Well, bourbon fans, the time is finally here. This is the 4th wood finishing series from Maker's Mark, BRT-01 and 02. I have been waiting for this to drop all year. Apparently they both drop at the same time, and it's because it's best to do a side-by-side comparison of these two. Without further ado, let's get to it. First, be sure to subscribe to the channel. You do not want to miss out on the high caliber information that you are about to receive. And heck, why not? Throw a like on the video. I appreciate it. Today, these are both brand new bottles. This hasn't even made it to Missouri yet. Okay, I'm still waiting for these to show up in the wild near me. It helps to have friends who visit the Bourbon Trail and are willing to look out for you. We got 01 and 02. 01 is supposed to be from the hotter top part of the Rickhouse. 02 is supposed to be from the cooler lower part. So these are a nod to Maker's Mark's claim that they hand rotate the barrels from top to bottom of the Rickhouse so that the barrel is exposed to both of those climates. Sounds a little tedious, but all right, we'll go for it. Going to do a side-by-side comparison today. All right, so we got 01 first. As is typical for Maker's Mark, this is 109.4 proof. They really like to hover between 108 and 111 proof, somewhere there. So this one, let's see, it's got good color to it. It's, I would say, a honey color. Light honey color to it. On the nose, sweet, a lot of sweet notes, fruit and honey. Trying to pinpoint exactly what we're dealing with here. Like green grapes, strawberries, maybe just the hint of some cinnamon and apple in there. Just a hint of the spice though, not much. Let's have a taste. Cheers. Okay. All right, that was the first sip. Let's do the second one here. Okay, a lot of fruit notes. Apple definitely carries over. Cinnamon apple is a really good note here that I'm getting a lot. It's not thin and watery, but it doesn't really coat the tongue. It's not super oily either. It's got good rich flavor for sure. Good mouthfeel to it. Even though it doesn't coat the tongue a lot, it feels rich. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't feel very thin. Nice lingering finish to it. A little bit of a Kentucky pat on the back. Nothing too intense there. Cinnamon apple with a light layer of subtle caramel on there. More vanilla than caramel. A little bit of oak. Yeah, overall very tasty. All right, so that's 01. That's fruity. A little bit of spice on the tongue, more caramel, like I said. Like a cinnamon apple with a tiny hint of caramel, more vanilla, a little bit of oak. So kind of like apple pie almost, I guess is a good descriptor. Decent mouthfeel, good finish. Overall, good bottle. So these at the distillery retail for about $65. I don't know what they cost in the wild these days because I haven't seen it yet. Last year they were $55 at the cheapest that I saw. Would not be surprised if that price has gone up since then, as prices have been doing. So this is BRT-02. This is 109 proof as well. Pretty even matchup here. Let's take a look. Color is about the same, just a little richer on this one, a little bit more amber copper color to it. It's a little richer looking. Okay, so on the nose, this was a lot more bright, vibrant. This is more, gosh, I don't want to say dull because it's not unpleasant, but it's more calm, like a lot more caramel, dark fruit, jam, syrup, that kind of notes to it. Wow, whole different experience here. Bright and fresh, more preserved, sugary caramel. Let's taste. Okay, totally different experience right off the bat, I can tell you that. Okay, so the mouthfeel on this one is what grabs me first. That is very silky, velvety, rich Kind of like a chocolate truffle feel. Doesn't taste chocolatey, but it has that feel to it. A lot more spice, a lot more caramel. Spice-wise, peppery almost. Like a spicy caramel almost is what I'm getting on that one. Not nearly as much fruit. Maybe spicy caramel that was walked past the apple aisle at the grocery store. That's about it. Interesting. Okay, so I got a little sip left of each. I'm gonna take a sip of water, cleanse my palate a little bit. Both of these are very pleasant to drink. They both have their very unique differences to them. I would say 01 is more of a summery springtime sipper. This one is more fall and winter, just by the nature of the palate, really. They both have good long finishes to them. This is just more rich in terms of caramel and spice. This is more fresh fruits. So let's go back to 01 first. Yeah, just that bright, fresh fruit. And I'll take a little sip of water again. I'm a professional. It's science, guys. Yeah. Okay, so even though this has more caramel notes, it seems like there's a little bit too much oak. The more I'm tasting it, there's a little bit more oak than I prefer. I have to say between the two, I like 01 better. Both are really good. And if what they say, if what Maker's Mark says is accurate, that this is from the top of the warehouse, this is from the bottom, that indeed is a very unique difference. Now, just for science sake, just because I know you guys are curious and I'm curious, what if you mix the two? If each has a few good qualities that I like, what if I combine the two? Gosh dang it. Okay. Doing this very scientifically, you guys, just for you. Okay. Obviously darker than the 01, since 02 is in there as well. Ooh, okay. So on the nose here, a lot of honey. Honey, maple syrup, brown sugar a little bit. So very sweet, sugary as you can tell. A little bit of spice. Okay. We're close here, guys. We're close. I think... okay. So I think if you do just a little bit more of 01 than 02, you'll get more of the fruit bursts with supporting caramel and fruit jam type notes behind it. Just a tad more, not 2 to 1, but like 1.5 or 1 1/4 to 1. That's, I would say, get both and mix them. That's the best way to go about it. Yep, that's it. That's why they're released together. Mix them together, drink it that way. Final answer. But if you can only find one, or you can only get one, go with the 01. I like that one better. This one's a solid buy as well, but this one just wins. So there you go, bourbon fans. Maker's Mark Wood Finishing Series. According to what I've seen, this is the last Wood Finishing Series release. It's tragic. Thank God for store picks, right? Now, until next time, cheers.